Hello, beautiful black people. I hope that all is well in your world. And this day was a very, very successful day for you and all of your wonderful, wonderful black loved ones. My beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. In this content, I want to talk just for a few minutes regarding the consciousness of black folks, especially black folks right here on this plantation called America. There is a double consciousness, state of mind of too many black folks. It may confuse you sometimes. Periodically, you might be confused and ask the question, why do black folks always OWN, the double consciousness, and what are the reasons that cause our OUR consciousness doubled? Why is the consciousness of black folks doubled? Double consciousness is like having a veil, VEIL, across your brain, your mind, etc., etc. The main concept called double consciousness, which refers to a black person whose identity is divided into several aspects. And that identity equates to more than one. Hence, the double consciousness. Also, black folks suffering from double consciousness have an internal conflict which influenced by the subordinate group in their society. Remember, right here on this plantation called America, black folks, people that look like me, are a subordinate group on this plantation called America. And this position makes black folks, people that look like me, it makes it very difficult to develop a sense of self unless you are rebellious as hell, unless you are individualistic as hell, unless you learn to have self-confidence and rely on your own gut feelings, your own decisions, your own thoughts, your own emotions, etc., etc., etc. This concept of double consciousness is based on the background of the American culture, that black folks are placed in a dilemma in this American society. In addition, I believe that black folks live in a society and have lived in a society and are still now living in a society that was oppressive and is oppressive now. Black folks have been forever, since the inception of this plantation called America. Black folks has been devalued as less than equal or less than human. Black folks are kind of like the seventh son, Senventh. We are somewhat like the seventh son. And we are in a world which yields us no true self-consciousness unless you are strong-minded, determined to arrive at a place where you know yourself, you know your passions, you know your purpose, and you're on a path to your destiny. It represents that a black person at the social low end cannot own their own thinking. Hence, a double consciousness. Black folks cannot do their own thinking. And too many black folks adapt to that. Go along to get along with that premise and that conclusion. Black folks also are Americans. We are Americans, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. We feel a double consciousness all the time through different thoughts, different souls, S-O-U-L-S, and so on. Double consciousness emerged from the psychological conflict, a psychological conflict state that is due to two different cultures and worldviews between black and white. Two different cultures, two different worldviews between blacks, folks, and white folks. This sense of consciousness, always looking, and this is important, too many black folks are always looking at themselves through the eyes, E-Y-E-S, of other folks, especially white folks. Since white folks own the mainstream, white folks own the mainstream culture in America, black folks, the black person is always in a passive position. Think of that. Are you in a passive position, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters? You never want to allow your consciousness to take you to a place where you are in a passive position. This is one of the main reasons that cause black folks, people that look like me, to have this psychosis of double consciousness, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. Black folks are exploited economically. Look how during the COVID-19 pandemic, how black folks have been exploited economically, how black folks have been exploited from a health care point of view. Black folks are oppressed politically. See how the racist traitors, Republicans, for the last 40 years have done every move, every method conceivable to prevent masses of black folks from voting. And they are still doing it today in June of 2020. Black folks are politically disenfranchised by white Americans, especially those Republicans. And this type of double consciousness have forced black folks to view themselves from the perspective of both cultures. That's that double consciousness that I'm talking about. That's being in that passive position that I am talking about, my beautiful black, intelligent brothers and sisters. It is very difficult for black folks to protect our African culture. It is very difficult, but it can be done. You can adhere to your own culture. You can be your own person right in the midst of chaos, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. You do know that right here on this plantation called America, African culture is a subculture. The mainstream culture is the culture of white folks. Hence is why black folks, too many black folks, have a heck of a time finding themselves, finding their self-identity, knowing themselves, knowing their passions and purpose. And too many black folks live a full life on this side of the river and never get to that place where they are void of this double consciousness, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. At the same time, black folks on this plantation called America, our culture, our own culture, African culture, encourage It encourages equality and dignity. Hence is why black folks make the unremitting efforts to achieve racial equality. That's one of the motivations. That's one of the positive things, is that regardless of the double consciousness pressures and all of the obstacles that racist white folks are throwing at us, the black folks are unremitted. We make an unremitting effort to achieve racial equality. Look at what's happening in the streets of America today. On the other hand, black folks desires to identify white culture. Too many black folks are running from their own black folks and running toward white folks, adapting the white boys' culture, identifying with the white boys' culture. On the other hand, some black folks want to preserve our own black African culture. So, we must separate ourselves, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. We must separate ourselves from the white boys' culture. You have to be able to do that. You have to be strong-willed, motivated, driven to the point to where you must identify with your own African culture. Double consciousness is still a very relevant concept in our society today. Many folks of all cultures would like to believe that we live in a post-racial society. That is bullshit. That has not happened. However, there are still some inequalities and biases among different cultures, different races, and ethnic minorities. This stereotyping is still hurting and making it difficult for black folks with double consciousness. It is a struggle, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. For example, when African Americans in the media always being the criminals, notice that when that white racist controlled mass media, when they present black folks to the world, they are always showing black folks as criminals, as drug addicted, alcoholics, etc., etc. They're always showing black folks as rappers, as musicians, as dancers, as comedians, as professional athletes, saying to the rest of the world, this is all black folks can do. They don't have the cognitive abilities to do anything else. See, this type of presentations from racist white folks give black folks the limited capacity to do other things. That's the intent of these racist white folks, is to limit what black folks can do right here on this plantation called America. Nevertheless, in contemporary social life, double consciousness provides the construction of a black cultural identity, which means this theory gives black folks self-esteem and confidence that let black folks fight against their unfair treatment, the injustices, and the inequalities. This culture identity of black folks also offers black folks the role identification of the survival of how to survive, what they have to be in order to survive right here on this plantation called America. In this society, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters, do you think the phenomenon of double consciousness still exists in black folks right here on this plantation in America today? And my answer to that is absolutely, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. Look at how too many black folks have forsaken their loyalty to black folks for opportunity, for money, for recognition, for fame, for position, for personal gain, for political gain, etc., etc. And those black folks that have forsaken their loyalty to us have shown the rest of us black folks that they have no character, and they are indeed stuck, affected with a double consciousness type of psychosis. That's what I have on this one. Please go to LibsynLibsyn.com. There you will have access to all that I do. And please, please download, listen, and download some more. We will talk to you again on another one real soon.